up, guys? Mitsu Times here, and we're going to do a racer spotlight. I'm here with Sherwin at Win It Motorsports and Kyle from Cope Performance. We're about to talk about this awesome Evo behind them. How you guys doing? Doing great, brother. So we'll start off super basic. Can you tell us a little bit about this setup, man?
So this is a 2015 Mitsubishi Evo 10. It's actually a final edition. This car is pretty much built from the ground up for hill climb racing, time attack, that kind of stuff. And it's running a built motor, compound turbo setup. The raised wheels, the wide body, the aero. It's pretty much purpose built race car at this point.
Compound turbos. I love that. What kind of turbos are you guys running?
So this is actually running 2 Zona rotor turbos.
Very nice, very nice. So what's something you would do to a hill climb car that I might not do to a drag car?
So one thing is your suspension is going to be totally different.
Okay.
So this has pretty stiff suspension. The other thing is too, you also want to keep in mind longevity of things.
Oh, yeah.
It's not something that you're going to run at 100% full tilt and not expect it to. You don't want it to explode.
Sure.
So you want to keep everything built for reliability, more so than all out power.
Okay. So, Sherwin, you're the man behind the wheel.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great, brother. So what's it like to drive one of these?
In a sense, for me, freedom.
Brother, that's a perfect answer for me. You just fired me up. Let's go, man. Do you have a specific race or hill climb that you look forward to the most each year?
Yeah.
What's that?
That would be Duryea.
Okay, and where's
That's
that?
in Reading, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
They have they have Pagoda, which is earlier in the year, which is the shorter version, but then Duryea is
Okay.
the longer version. And you go all the way up to the Skyline Bridge.
Okay.
And there is where you get to let the car loose because we can go. We got some of the guys 160, 165 going up there, up the straight. It's not a straight. But
Oh,
it's
dang.
flying up.
That's
that.
floating.
Yeah, I've gone as fast as probably 127 going up there. But you have other guys like a good buddy of mine, Mark Abel. He's a madman. He's 160 up there. It's crazy.
That's
I
super.
mean, I believe after this compound turbo setup, I'd probably be up there as well.
Let's go.
I'd be shitting my pants going up there. Pardon my French. But I'm excited about it, It's the first time I'm actually building the motor, and I bought the car brand new with about 6 miles on it.
That's really rare nowadays to see people who get a car and then go this extreme.
Yeah, I've had it for about 8 years now, something like that, or 10 years. And, it's actually, this is my first car in my life.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, I feel like, not going to lie, that's kind of like a G move to have that boss of a car, first car, and then turn it into this.
You know what? A lot of people told me not to get it because, it's expensive and it's too fast and you need something beater to get. I said, no, I want what I want.
Right.
And so I go after what I want.
Got to be happy with the purchase, brother. So 2025, you said you made some changes to the turbo.
Yeah.
Is that the biggest setup changes heading into 2025?
Yeah. That and the motor and just the overall build of it, because we had a tube front end on before, but we realized it wasn't straight, so Kyle just went crazy and just chopped it off from like the frame rail to like the front, and he redesigned the whole front end. Came out amazing. It's pretty stout. Literally, I think you can lift the car up without the motor and everything in it. Like it's crazy how light this thing is.
Well
And
done,
so
Kyle. Well done.
I'm excited about it. We cut up the interior and replaced all the sheet metal with carbon.
Okay.
So we dropped a lot of weight, and we're still looking to drop more weight. Yeah, we gutted all the doors out, took out the door bars. We've got a big wing from Spade Sport that's gonna be mounted to the chassis rails.
Chassis mount.
Yeah.
I do have a question
What's
that
up?
I'm genuinely. How did you get into hill climb versus maybe drag racing
honest,
or whatever?
I've always wanted to race since I was a kid.
Okay.
Didn't know necessarily what type of racing. But hill climb kind of came by accident. I did a bunch of HPD stuff and just sort of like track day stuff before.
Is that like
And then-
autocross? I'm a new.
No, autocross is like with the cones and stuff.
Okay.
But HPD is like going to the track and just track days,
okay,
spirited
sure.
track days and stuff. Because I always wanted to let loose with the car.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, buddy of mine, Dan Foley, he was helping me with some splitter rod stuff, and he said, "Hey, have you ever done a hill climb?" I'm like, "What is that?"
Right.
And he said, "Well, we do it. You need this, and this, because you need a bunch of safety stuff."
Okay.
And I said, "All right, cool. I'll try it." And when I did it, after that, I was hooked.
Hooked.
Yeah, I was hooked.
On average, how long is a hill climb? Is there an average, or does it just vary
Not
on the?
necessarily, because some of the hill climbs, but with PHA, some of them are maybe a mile and a half, and then you have ones like Pikes Peak, which is like 100 and something turns.
I was gonna say that's a
12-minute run up the, so it varies.
Okay.
It varies.
Have you been to Pikes Peak?
I have not. That's actually the ultimate goal of this car.
I can't
and
wait.
One of the reasons why we decided to go compound.
Let's
Kyle
go, bro.
knows all the details about it. He can give you all the information of the benefits of a compound on something like Pikes Peak.
Well, Kyle, he opened the door. What's the benefits going up Pikes Peak with a compound turbo setup?
Okay, so basically for any kind of hill climb event, you're going to be changing elevation a lot. And when you change elevation, you're changing air density, air temperature, things like that, all changes. So when you're running such a small engine that doesn't really make a lot of horsepower naturally aspirated, you add the turbo to it to help compensate. Well, once you start going crazy with the big elevation changes,
Sure.
just that one single turbo might not meet your spool response or your all-out power requirements.
Okay.
So adding that second turbo there allows us to use a small primary turbo to keep the spool quick and keep him in power and in that torque band coming out of corners.
Okay.
But having the big turbo, as you go up in the elevation, allows you to add pressure ratio to that, so that way you can maintain like a stable horsepower and torque from the bottom of the hill all the way to the top. So via the ECU and controls and through the sensors and stuff, we can actually maintain a consistent torque output from the bottom of the hill all the way to the top, regardless of elevation change.
I'm not going to lie. That's called science, and that's such above my pay grade. I appreciate you explaining that, bro, because that's awesome.
This episode of the Mitsu Times podcast is brought to you by Sport Compact Warehouse. Sport Compact Warehouse is your premier source for performance car parts and accessories, with everything from lug nuts to turbochargers to clutch assemblies to front mount intercoolers. They have whatever you need to get your Mitsubishi up high on our list. They have been operating since 2001 and offer over 1 million parts for nearly every Mitsubishi model available. They have 24/7 live inventory and free ground shipping on orders over $150. Find their huge selection of parts at sportcompactwarehouse.com.
All right, brother. So going into 2025, what events are you looking to run?
Well, we've been running the PHA events for a while, so barring any unforeseen catastrophic failures or anything, because we do have to take the car down to Haltech next month. They're wiring the entire car.
Okay.
And they're going to call us. We're going to go down for initial startup to make sure everything's kosher with it. And when we come back up, it's tune and testing, more testing and more testing, because this thing's going to have sensors out the wazoo.
Yeah.
And so, but to answer your original question, the PHA events, we want to go down south and hit some of the Appalachian Series hill climb events.
Okay.
And, just get more familiarized with the car, because I have to relearn the car completely.
Oh, yeah, bro. That looks like a beast.
Because on top of the engine and all that, I will be changing the suspension, so I have to just relearn everything. And the car is so much lighter. I'm a tiny bit, Kyle said it's gonna scare the crap out of me, but we shall see.
I look forward to seeing it, brother. I look forward to it. So I'm gonna do a complete 180. Everybody can have a cool car nowadays. We're just hypothetically saying that.
Cool.
I like to ask the people a couple questions.
What's up?
I'll let you guys choose if either one of you want to answer.
Okay.
Having a bad day.
Yep.
What's going to cheer you up?
To be honest, one thing, that's going to the garage, getting in the car, and just going for a drive by myself.
I love that answer.
Whether it be pitch black at night, preferably pitch black at night or early morning where there's really no traffic.
Oh, and
just kind of go and just kind of mellow out
chilling.
and, maybe throw some headphones in because the car has no radio, obviously. And just kind of mellow out. Like, that's just, because for me, driving is freedom.
Absolutely.
And so, windows down, just drive.
Not going to lie. You guys have been firing me up this whole interview. I can't even wait to get in my car now, bro. All right, I'm going to transition this one to you.
Cool.
Favorite animal?
Me, favorite animal is tiger.
Rawr.
Yeah, just because they're just cool. They're badass.
Hey,
you know?
bro, that's all you need to know.
That's it.
My personal favorite question, kind of dorky, and I'm not even a nerd. But if you guys could have one superpower, what would it be? I
Man.
feel like he already is a superhero. Question answered.
I don't even know because my favorite superhero is Batman, and he doesn't have any superpowers.
Bro, that's a superpower. I'm going to make it one. Vetoed. Answered. I love that, though, because Batman's actually my favorite. So I'm not going to lie. I mean, I don't look like him, so, like, it's fine. I accept that. So before we end our interview, is there any special shout-outs you'd like to do?
To be honest, we are in the Exity booth, so I'd like to shout out Exity. You know, they came in clutch to having us. No pun intended. For having the car here at PRI. We had a lot of rocky road to get here, but most of all, like, thank you, Kyle, because the car would not be what it is right now in terms of like the engine bay and all the fab work without him. He slaved like one straight week to get this done, and you know, super thankful for it, you know, and thank you for all the partners who are involved, of course.
Sure.
It's a really long list. I'm not going to list all of them because I'm probably going to miss some, and some people will be like, yo, you didn't mention us.
Super fair.
What I'll do is I'll just send them a list, and maybe they can just put it on the screen.
No,
or
that's
something.
perfect. We'll do that.
And but yeah, like I said, man, if it wasn't for Kyle, the car wouldn't be where it's at right now.
The real superhero.
Yeah. So thank you, Kyle. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Of course, last question, and you can send us a list if you like. Social media, where can we find you guys?
You can find me on Instagram, winit_motorsports, YouTube, Winit Motorsports, TikTok, also Winit Motorsports. That's WINETTE. Yes, I know some people pronounce it Winnet, but it's Win It because my name is Sherwin, and you know, rolling with me, it's a sure win. So.
Oh my God, bro, I'm sold. Sold. What about you? Where can they find you, Kyle?
Co-Performance LLC on basically all social medias. You can check out the website, coperformance.com.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, I super appreciate your guys' time. Thank you so much, Sherwin. Kyle, appreciate you. We're going to tag all the links, tag all the people. Make sure you guys go and follow these guys. These guys need your support. Look what they're doing, man. How awesome is that?
Thank you for listening to the Mitsu Times podcast. Check out our Instagram and Facebook for daily updates. Get added to our list by going to mitsutimes.org and clicking Submit a Slip. Thank you to all of our sponsors.